Welcome back.
Yo.
Making a Statement podcast, episode 2. That's a fulfilling thing in itself.
We back, baby. We back.
We unfiltered, uncensored. We are hip hop artists and we swear in our music. So if you don't want to tune into a podcast that has some curse words, etc., then dip out.
I just started recently because
I'm not a rapper.
I learned that. Well, actually,
It's going to be put on a t-shirt. So.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Merch.
Oh, so what else could we say on that t-shirt? What's your name?
Hi, I'm Ethan.
And we got...
Mr. She.
Oh, nice. I knew that would stick. So to kick things off, we got a hot topic that needs to come out of the bag from our cousin DJ TeeJay over there on our ones and twos.
What was that thing back in the day they used to call in Barney? The Barney bag. Yeah, what's in the Barney bag?
I don't even remember
What's in the Barney bag?
I don't know no Barney bag. I remember...
Was
like
it the Barney bag?
Nah, not a Barney bag.
It was, bro. I'm pretty sure.
We're
Are you
going to have to
talking
get that
about
confirmed.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get cousin DJ TeeJay to...
I always say something that you have to check in.
What do you mean always? We've just started.
Controversial.
Yeah, but hey,
Hey, what's a Barney bag?
Can you give us the hot topic while you look that up?
he's going to play us the song.
Because you're talking
What
about
was the Barney bag called? The Barney bag is a craft tote bag that Barney used to help his friends with crafts.
So this is real life shit.
Barney bag, bro.
That's the I love
cool.
you, you love me, Barney. Okay.
Boy, I redeemed myself from last week. Because you know how I always stuff up and say things like T-Rex wasn't real and
Yeah.
Well, this time we're sitting here going, a Barney bag isn't real.
What'd you say? Han Solo. Han Solo was on Fast and Furious. Isn't that what you said before?
no, I was saying like Han on Fast and the Furious, he sits there and always eats snacks.
But you
That's
did
why
say
I liked
Han
it.
Solo.
And then I was like, what I was trying to say was like, Han almost like Han Solo, but I didn't say that almost part.
Oh, Jesus.
You know how sometimes when I talk, I miss words out. yeah.
Well, what's the word to fill the gap here with the hot topic?
Anyway, making a statement. Hot topic.
Let's go.
Oh wait, hot topic.
I like that.
Okay. Hot topic is worst injury.
Worst injury. We'll start you off, eh, brother E? You warm us up.
Brother.
Okay, worst. I would say, what is that noise? The worst injury I've had. I'd say pain-wise, the worst injury I've had is I was working on top of a A-frame ladder out on a deck. I was on site by myself, working on a ladder on the deck. It was a mossy, slippery timber, and the rivets popped on the latches, and the ladder fell, and my foot went under the top run, and I landed on it, and it completely just broke my ankle. There's nobody there. There was nobody there. I couldn't move. I was stuck under the ladder with my foot under the ladder. So I had to call my boss to come and pick me up to take me to the hospital. He thought I was talking shit. And it was literally probably the most excruciating thing I've ever been through. I've done my left ankle has 9 ACC claims. And that one was definitely the worst.
Is that the first?
Nah, that was probably like the 4th time I've done it.
You should look after your ankle then, I'd say.
It's a family thing.
Oh, well,
you
your
know,
mum.
my mum
Yeah.
literally shattered her ankle. My uncle's had both of his ankles fused.
Shout out Ethan's mum.
So yeah, no, they're definitely ankles. That's why I had to stop playing rugby. Is my ankles are cooked.
Yeah.
So yep, ankle, definitely that one. What about you?
Probably my back. I think if we look at injuries, that's definitely the one that wrote me off. Oh fuck, I'm gonna have to tell the true story because we're on the Breaking the Stigma podcast. So my ACC claim form says that I hurt my back lifting wifey up off the couch. The true story is I hurt my back banging wifey on the couch.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I herniated 2 discs in my back, my L4 and my L5S1 with impingement on my sciatic nerve. And that put me off work for like 3 months.
That's like the definition of you can do it, put your back into it. I can do it, put your back into it. Dilz can do it. He snapped his back when he did it.
Yeah, bro.
Should
Yeah.
have done some stretches.
Oh, shit.
So
Would they have taken your ACC away if
Well,
you
I
had
don't
told
know.
them the
Nah.
truth?
That-
But
They
if they
can.
told you that, if you said that to them,
I
would they
don't
be
know
like,
because is
nah.
it like is that class? It might still be an accident. I didn't mean
It
to
is
do
an
it.
accident.
Yeah, I didn't mean to
It's
do
still
it.
yeah.
It was in the moment. You know, like shit happens.
You're
but
funny, G.
But yeah, 6 months rehab, bro. So I nearly had to have a discoptomy, nearly had to have a fusion of my spine, and like I'm like, fuck off. Like I don't want any surgeries, let alone a spinal surgery. And on the forms it literally talks about paralyzation and, you know, like the extremes of the consequences if it goes wrong. And so yeah, I was blessed to be able to go on a 6-month rehab program. And I started there lifting a broomstick, doing deadlifts with a broomstick, and then I had to build it up slowly every week, you know, going back there every week. And then I got back to the gym, and then yeah, now I'm back off the gym. That's another topic for another day. But yeah, worst injury was my back, and sorry ACC, like the true story.
She.
You know, I didn't want to tell it at the time.
No, well, for me, it would have to be the 2 tendons in my thumb. So I snapped 2 tendons through my thumb, and so the story is that I was having this massive battle with this dragon, and I'm kind of like, you know, like David and Goliath. Nah, the joke. The honest truth, whānau, was I was doing the dishes. I was at home and I was doing the dishes, and
At least you had clothes on.
yeah, exactly. Let's say clothes on. Doing the dishes with clothes on, and but yeah, we're smashing the dishes out, and the plate just kind of snapped in my hand, and I think like in my brain I was just like, why do I feel a bit wobbly? Like it was that instant, the feeling that happened, and obviously because I'd snapped the 2 tendons through here, when it happened, I didn't know there was any cut or nothing. Kind of just happened, and I was like, why do I feel a bit? My stomach started feeling sick. I looked down, and there was like blood in the water, and I'm like, babe. And in the end, we had to take me to hospital, but we ended up having to stop in at my partner's dad's, and he was fucking wrapping my hand up with these tea towels and squeezing it, and I think he had to hold my hand tight for like 40 minutes. But the funny part of the story was about the dishes, but also the lady in the ambulance was like, oh, it's just a scratch, you'll be all right. Get there, end up being in there for like 3 days with 2 snapped tendons through there, and yeah, rehab. I got told I was never ever gonna be able to live, like do a job again or be able to really use the thumb again, and like now I've pretty much can get it right down to there. And obviously at the start it was like I could only get it to like there, and I've really worked it back to, you know, I started, you know, scaffolding again and really pushing it through those limits. So I think
Is it scary?
you know, yeah. Right across there.
Did it need surgery?
Can you see it in the camera?
I can kind of see it from here.
Yeah.
Hard to see.
Yeah.
I can see something else, a tattoo there.
Yeah. Tattoos everywhere. But yeah,
Tattoos.
that's mine. Good topic.
What
Well,
so did it not hurt? Did it not hurt when you did it, and,
Well, it
and you didn't
was-
realize, or do you think maybe adrenaline made you
I
not
think
feel
the
it?
pain was so excruciatingly sore that I switched off and just went into like this. I don't know. It was weird. It was like I felt like I was going to faint every second that I spoke, and I couldn't speak and stuff. And she's like, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, "Hey," I was losing my speech, everything.
That almost sounded like a rain dance.
And anyway, we were we were doing all that stuff and fucking wombling out,
boob
and
lady.
she was freaking. And again, and again, the ambulance. It's just a scratch.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it
they
kind
do
of
underplay stuff.
reminds me of my toe last year.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So I was walking and the mirror was on the ground, and I walked and my toe hit it, G, and I kicked it like that. And so it went straight in
And his
between,
pinky toe.
and it cut like all of that, bro, in half. And like, even
I got a call of distress from Arohali.
Yeah.
Quick, we need you. Do you have a first aid kit? We need you to come around here. Dylan almost cut his toe off. We were like, what? I was like, what do you mean? And I was like, it was the funniest thing.
it was like the
man.
day after I dropped a set of drawers on my big toe, and they told me that could have been fractured. And
Wasn't it like the week before you went to Raro too?
2 weeks? And so
2
throughout
weeks.
all the Raro footage, bro, like it's in the vlog, like we're sitting there having to dress my toe and keep it because it's going in the ocean and going on the sandy beaches and everything. And I had a toe that was cut. Hey, that was cut in like half. I was like, what the fuck? It was pretty brutal. I can imagine
pretty
what
funny.
I can imagine what that looked like.
Oh.
Did you see your insides?
Yeah, hard out.
Could you see the tendons that you'd cut?
Well, she said it was just a scratch. So in my brain, I was like, it's just a scratch till I got told I was going to surgery and nick my neck.
What they do
Sweet.
for the surgery? Connect them again.
Yeah. And then I had to be in the splint, and I got told if I even went like this, it would start again. right back and snapped them again. So I had
Snapped them
to
again.
train my brain to stay like that. So when I got out of it all, I was stuck like that.
Mm.
So door handles.
And that would have been that's your graffiti hand.
Just use your other hand.
And this it took me out, bro, because this arm got quite skinny.
Yeah.
I was in a cast, then I went to
Naturally,
Australia. I opened up for Onyx in Australia and Brisbane and Sydney. So we're still traveling New Zealand doing shows and shit with this cast, King Cast.
King cast.
But you know, like, bro, I just keep pushing through, and I think right out of all that story, again, with your story, you're still here, you're pumping, you're about to get back in the gym. We're all gonna push through and do this. I think it just inspires anyone that's got an injury out there. Like, it's not the end.
Well, I'll go
100%.
back to
Unless I've got lots of injuries.
I think about my injuries though, nearly all of them are at the gym. Like that's where I've hurt myself the most is at the
done
gym.
some
Or on the
crazy
couch.
shit. Eh?
And on the couch. But that was doing a workout, cardio. But no, so at the gym I got a hernia, so I busted through the top of my belly button, which I only just got fixed. I had the surgery, a couple months ago, and that's one of the things they fixed up and put mesh in there in my stomach and stuff. It feels weird. But yeah, I had a hernia which I did from max, trying to get your max rep on the bench press.
Pick.
I ruptured my pec too on the bench press. And that was disgusting. That
What does
was
it feel like?
horrible. Like, so I was coming down. I was doing 100 kilos, and I was on my 8th or 7th rep or something. And I came down, and then when I went to go up, it snapped, bro. So there's like 3 tendons or something, and there's one that connects to your arm.
Hit the tendon.
And I ruptured the tendon in my pec, bro. So a grade 2 tear is what it was. So there was still fragments of it, but it was supposed to have a surgery, and then that has a whole ass backstory to the surgeon. Fucked me around, so I told him, F off. But yeah, the gym has been quite a brutal place. I've had a lot of injuries in that space, but it's so healing as well. And I think that goes to I think we should go to the check-in, right? It's our touch base and see where we are mentally, I guess, out of 10 at the moment.
Since 2 weeks ago?
Since 2 weeks ago. I'll kick us off. And I'm going to say an 8. Which is higher than last time around. And that's coming off the back end of really cool news over the weekend. So we'll go into that a bit more after we do the check-in. But Cass and I, we've just been accepted into a production show, a theatre show, taking a project that we've been working on behind the scenes to the theatre, which is a whole brand new space and something different, and it's pushing our boundaries and outside of our comfort zones and out of the box. And so I think that's cool. I'm excited for that. I'm also just happy about the launch of the podcast, to be honest. Like, I think a lot of hard work and that's gone into the foundation of what we're sitting in here. The mass headquarters, this is mass HQ, making a statement headquarters, and we've got the podcast off the ground. It's rolling out. People are listening and tuning in. People are streaming. People are asking questions and commenting and sharing, and that's what we want. And it's going to be continuous, the constant, consistent content from this point. So yeah, I'm going to say I'm at an 8. I really want to get back in the gym. It's been past my 8 weeks now that I got put off. So for my surgery, ruptured appendix, had to have emergency surgery, and so they took that out as well as fixed my hernia. So I got that mesh in there. So they gave me 8 weeks off the gym, and 6 to 8 weeks, and I'm at that later end. So my goal next week is to try and reintroduce myself to the gym. That's the goal. So we'll touch base on here and see how that went.
Man,
Yeah.
awesome.
Wow. How you been, brother E?
I've had a really good week. Basically, on the weekend, ended up scoring some tickets from Mum for the All Blacks game.
Shout out Ethan's mum.
Yeah. And yeah, I hadn't been to one since I was quite young with Mum, but I actually ended up going with my old man, and which is something I've never done before. So it was quite a... What's that fucking noise?
Yeah, what's that noise that keeps always happening?
Yeah. So yeah, basically, it's just something that I never really got to experience. When you're young, you've had your dad around, you got to do some cool stuff with your dad, and like there's probably people out there that didn't have their dads around. So like, I met my dad when I was 16. So, and I grew up loving the All Blacks from a very, very young age. So to me, I always thought like, oh, one day that might happen. And then, it was quite a surreal moment calling my dad last week and asking him to come to the game with me. So it actually made me quite emotional that day. Like I actually got off the phone and had a little bit of a cry because I was like, man, I'm actually finally going to go to a game with my dad, you know? So it was actually a really, really cool experience. So that put me quite high on my mental health rating. And then, I had a really good day with the girls on Sunday as well. So I think that kind of capped off my last 2 weeks and put me on a high for the start of the week. So I'd probably actually say I'm at about a 9 at the moment. Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And that is cool. I will get into that, like how your All Blacks was and like that connection with your dad. Yeah, so we'll talk more on that, I reckon. How you been, Mr. She?
Oh, brother, I'm probably about a 5, to be honest. You know, I've got a lot of personal stuff going on, as we all do in life. But I think, like, just hearing you just share some stuff then, I think it allowed me to step back into some of the stuff that I have done. Because I am quite busy as well. We've got a big shipment of clothing about to land, bro. The new tracksuits, the new side bags. It's very exciting. So you were just mentioning stuff about what we just did on the weekend with the production show. So, you know, I want to bring some of that energy back and probably say now I'm feeling about a 7 just from hearing your guys check in.
That's dope.
That's good.
And that's what it's about. And I think that's because sometimes we're in it so much that we kind of forget about the cool stuff. Like today, bro, I got creative ads. I came up with some skits, which you might see them soon. We're doing some skits for the podcast. And just, you know, getting creative in that space. I'm just really excited for this brand, bro. Like the Go Where You're Appreciated brand and what it means to me and how it came from, you know, it's that saying going from dark to light, bro. You know, that brand is exactly like that. Go Where You're Appreciated. You know, we've all been in dark spaces. We've all been around people that don't want us around and they don't want to even reciprocate energies. You know, you give someone your time, they won't give it back. And, you know, you just get sick of those people that just drain you and eat your space. So I think having that brand and just knowing that this week it all lands and it's our 4th order and we've already got orders for our next order and just things are really starting to take off. And just kind of thinking back to some of that stuff, it pops it up to about a 7. But sitting at a 5 was just, you know, coming in low. Again, it's always a night time when we come in here, which probably for me is a bit of a lower time at night. You know, obviously I'm hypo during the day, popping, doing my things. So it's nice to come in here and actually kind of just sit down and just take it all in. And 7's up. Let's go.
Man.
Cuzzy DJ TeeJay.
Yeah, my week's been pretty good. Like Cass and Dilz said on Saturday, I helped them out with that little production thing, and that made my weekend pretty cool. I chilled out with Ethan on Sunday. That was fun. He made some great food, and that pudding was nice. And we had
food.
Yeah. It was a pretty good weekend. I'd say I'd be at a 7 as well.
Nice. That's good. Consistent.
You mentioned, Hunter, that, you know, like during the day, you're all buzz and then night you kind of die off a bit. Would you say ADHD is kind of like a permanent sugar high, like a sugar buzz, like that hyperactive aspect to it? How does that work?
It's different for everybody because, like, obviously stemming back to where they diagnose you and put the alphabet on you, there's also ADD, which is attention deficit disorder, but they've just put it all under one bracket, bro. It's just neurodiversity now. Whether you're autistic, ADHD, or got some of the alphabet like that, they call it neurodiverse. So it opens up that diverses it. Obviously, diversity is more. It's spread out wider, correct? Yeah, so that there's more of a diverse. So I think that for me, I could be on a real high if I've had a dopamine hit, like something's happening, especially if I find out that I'm going to have an opportunity coming up. You would have seen a dopamine hit happen to me as soon as we walked out those fucking doors, right? And I think I'm in the dopamine hit. What did that look like for you? Because you're quite chill. I'm outside and I'm like, what did that look like for you, seeing how excited and like what? Yeah, because that there was like me receiving a dopamine hit because someone accepted me as well.
It's just a release of energy, really. And that's what you say that she is, right? Your she. Why don't you talk on that? You talk to me about that behind the scenes, and there's all these people that would know exacusly what you're doing and who that is when they hear it. Mr. She, that's
straight
why
up. I am the owner of that.
What
you know,
is it?
very inspired. Well, everyone's will know who Futuristic is, the rapper, and he was doing a lot of that shh, and put the S and the H on it. Well, my favourite rapper, Chillin' It, shout out to Chillin' It, in Australia, very inspired by him. My music's inspired, my just the way I see life and the things, you know, I'm very inspired by him. Not saying I really like always indulged and that's what I dive into, but I'm quite inspired by him. I listen to his music, I see his story, I like tap into his world a bit more than I would some other people's. And he says she. In a couple of his tracks, he goes she, and sometimes when he's doing his video, he'll kind of video over top of something, or you might just hear him in the background she. So I just thought, everyone's going sheesh in their tracks. It's just like a trend, and I thought, well, I'll put my hand up. I don't own it. I don't know if Chillin' It owns it, but I'm a fucking run it, and that shit's pops. And I see it as like an energy spirit bomb, like she, like giving you the bomb, and you can give it as much shit as you want. People might vibe with it, people might not, but I think for me, it allows me to release, and it's called vocal stimming.
Yeah. And I was going to bring it back to that
It's
because
vocal stimming.
you said this stems from, and you said about that when I said about the hyperactive.
Yes.
And as soon as I said that stems from, it reminded me of your post the other day about
Vocal stemming.
Stimming. So
yeah.
what's the stimming concept in your eyes? And then you speak on that because obviously we've got Ivy, and so your daughter is autistic, and she stims.
Yes.
So I think that's a conversation.
Yeah,
like,
beautiful. So for me, I even before he pressed go on the camera, I went and got some noises out.
turkey.
Yeah, you did.
You went full
Yeah,
turkey.
I was
yeah.
like, just really have to get it out. And I don't know if it's a code of traits. I don't know if it's a code. When I say a code, obviously everything's numbers and digits. So, I don't know if it is a piece of that. Sometimes I ask myself, do I have a trait? It's like, and it's weird because some of that, it's like an ADHD outburst. Sometimes it could be quite, not like sexual, but it could be toilet humory, like, fart mum, or something real silly like that, or, you do this and then you fart out of duck's butts, or like just silly, something silly is going to come out of your mouth. Like my sister used to say, and I used to say to her, you suck farts out of dead ducks, like straight up. That was
Wait, what?
you suck farts out of dead ducks. My sister and me, we had this little thing. Like if she's watching this, she's going to crack up right now because she's going to take her back into that memory of me and my sister, and I love my sister, But anyway, little things like that, I think like we are just so free to speak, but I think we don't think before we speak too. So you'll find when I speak, I miss those words out. So you'll give me that space to be like, what were you trying to say there, bro? And then I'll be like, oh, if I put that word in here, the those word, then that changes the whole, or I put a word in amongst there, it changes what I've just said. So that can happen, and things can be misconstrued by the way I speak, I think.
It's that spoonerism again too,
Yeah,
I mean, there's that same exact kind of space. Your brain is like going at a pace in which your mouth doesn't keep up with it, or the mouth came first.
But I find if I have sugar, there's no extra high. Like I say, I have to have a dopamine hit. And I think going back to why I got to that 7 also was because of you mentioned the gym. And today I fucking set aside something to do, and I was meant to do it at 10 o'clock and I didn't. But at 3 o'clock today, I found myself in the garage and I cleared a nice space. I set up all my dumbbells, set up all my rack and shit, and I had a mad workout on my shoulders, and I Googled up some plans, wrote it all down, and I did all my shoulders tonight, had a hot shower and came here. So
solid.
Tomorrow I've got chest, and I've actually got it written down on a book, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm actually going to stick to it and give it my heart because, I've actually uninstalled Facebook for my own reasons. Wifey's just running some of the posts behind the scenes. And I've just uninstalled it because I have done it before. I've done it heaps, bro. I always uninstall it, and I only do that for like a reset. And in that song, I say it, got to take a reset,
Makes sense.
Then I'm back to get the connections,
Did you want to tap in with your
stimming? Yeah, stimming. What were you going to say on your point about stimming?
Yeah, Ivy obviously she's autistic, high functioning, and I don't know what the fuck's
Every
going on
time you
with that.
talk, it goes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So I'll try not to move. Yeah. Anyways, when something is happening a lot of stuff going on around her, or a lot of people, or noises, or anything, you'll notice she stims out. And I'm not going to do the face that she does because I'll get clipped for that.
Can you please do it?
No, I won't. But she
can
like
we see the
tenses up.
face?
She like grabs her hands and she like tenses up and like opens her eyes real wide and opens her mouth like.
How was that? Yeah.
Exactly like that. So she'll do that and she'll walk around in circles. She'll walk up and down and she'll do it and she'll talk to herself and stuff like that. And we quite often because we picked up on the autism really, really early, just in some of her mannerisms and stuff like that. Mannerisms, I should say.
Aneurysms.
Aneurysms.
That's
yeah.
medical, isn't it?
I don't know. Aneurysms, I think.
Oh yeah.
But so we picked up on it early. So we've really been like training ourselves to try and make life easier for her, because we can tell when she's overstimulated, she starts to do stuff like that. So we now just take her away, give her some quiet time, that sort of thing. But yeah, she does what would you even call that? Because you're saying verbal
Stimming, vocal stimming.
vocal stimming. So what would you call that kind of stimming? Just a natural
Stimming.
I think with autistic people, and again, I don't want to say the wrong thing, so nobody take this as clinical. Don't take this as I've like got the locked in pattern. But I think they would just call it like the word's outburst. So if it's autism, if it's ADHD, it's just got the word outburst on the end of it. So I think if you were to look at it as an autistic outburst, whether it's okay, so I had an example for you both is I was studying for my social wellbeing and youth development, and we were in this space where we were doing some practical work, obviously, and we were working in a space where we were working with some IHC, some intellectual handicap people, in some wider space, neurodiverse, I should say, my bad, take that back, neurodiverse world. And there was an autistic child, and he was doing this thing with his mouth and going like this, and they were just like, he just keeps doing it, we can't work out what it is. And every time he has his sandwich, every time he has his drink, he always goes like that. And all I heard was food, something's happening. I clicked in and went, pardon, did you just say that every time he's drinking and eating, he's finding it hard, like something's going on? And she's like, well, we don't know. And I'm like, he's telling you that it's hurting his throat to eat. And they're like, how would you ask him that? I'm like, bring him to me, sort of thing. I'm like, I'm just connecting with this young person. And I was just like, does it hurt when you eat the food, eh? So I did it backwards, rather like, when you eat the food, does it hurt? Would it confuse? I was like, it hurts, eh? When you eat the food. And they would eat, yes, yes, yes. And they were hitting their throat. And I was like, when you swallow, hurts, eh? And they were like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So they started to work out a whole new mechanism, started doing more smoothies through straws, putting more food into, just changed the whole dynamic. And all that was just because I was looking through a different lens. So as a youth worker, when you're working with a young person, you need to see the young person through the lens. So I knew this person was autistic. So I was just very clued in, and they had already told me something that was happening. So I already had the tools and the keys, but I just had to work them to work this young person. And apparently I really helped this young person. And
That's good.
who knows where they are now if they're watching this or whatever, you know.
Were they non-verbal?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
From what I could gather in that space, I was only in there for 2 hours, bro. And I worked that out. I didn't come out of there like some sort of big hero. I'm not trying to toot my horn. I just feel like I've got this gift.
That's cool, though.
Got a gift to really work with young people, eh?
Means you pay attention.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, connection's important.
Speaking of young people, bro, what have we got coming up? I'm so excited. Not going to say what we're doing, where we're going, but we can say, you know, we're about to step into the space together. And bro, I've been in this space for a while, and it's a beautiful space to step into the youth space, the youth working and mentoring space. Me and Dilz, we're about to step into the space and start creating a program. We're not going to give away all our Easter eggs, but this is a basket of Easter eggs that we're going to start taking into some kutas, into some schools. And really, we've already got a school ready to implement a 10-week program. It's coming. And I'm just so blessed because, you know, I've been doing this on my own. And when I step into these spaces, I mean, you know, I take a lot on. So I think like it's going to be really cool to share the load with you. So like, yeah, I'd just like to ask you, you know, what's your thoughts on that whole process? And Ethan, after that, how are you feeling about watching the bros stepping into that space more?
I think it's neat, bro. Like, I've always been connected and wanted to give back. Like, my purpose with music has always been, like, especially locally, and I think this is where I do it the most, is here in Foxton. Like, Foxton. Yeah, so I'm connected, and I always try to make it a habit, you know, to go back to my roots and give my thanks and uplift where possible. Like, the event in which I proposed to my now wife was actually a charity event that I put on for the college to raise funds for their music department. And
the bench seats.
Yeah, you know, I've done the go back into the schools and give the talks at assemblies and just connect with the students. And you know, I think, you know, the cool ones are the Q&As and fielding their questions, and you start to realize the lens that they look at you with. You know what I mean? Like, you're that one up on stage that you used to look at people up there on the school assemblies and be like, oh, that person's inspiring. Like, I still remember as a kid the person that climbed Mount Cook and Mount Everest, and he had no legs, and he had like the spring feet legs and that, and it was revolutionary back 20 years ago. And he did that and went and made himself, you know, pioneer of climbing mountains and stuff still. And I remember that. And I think it's just, it's inspiring for me to be able to inspire others. So I think that's what I'm looking forward to. Is, you know, I've got a lot of knowledge in the music world now. I've been here for 15 plus years making music, creating music, and the more the years have progressed, you guys have seen it, the more I'm getting into it. Like I'm diving even deeper. And yeah, I think it'll be cool to share some of what I've got there. I used to do guitar lessons, you know, like have kids come over and I'll do guitar lessons with them once a week. And so I've always tried to keep that connection and that uplifting and using that music to give back and inspire the kids. But this is taking that to a whole nother level. And it's been able to really make a difference. And yeah. So developing a music and art program, basically, that we'll be able to...
Mental health therapy, music, art program.
Yeah.
Hey, it's just call it the golden ticket.
So it's like basics 101s and like, you know, music theory and songwriting, but not even just that. Like, where do we get the inspiration from to write a song? You know, you got to start somewhere. What's the message? What's the feeling that we're trying to capture? So yeah, I'm looking forward to the process. It kicks off next week and we've got 10 weeks. So yeah, we'll touch base and I guess kind of
cool,
give
we
some
can check in.
insight into how it's
Bro,
going.
we ain't here to fuck spiders, bro. We be halfway to Charlotte's Web.
I like
with a
that.
duck fart.
Oi, could you,
With a duck fart out of Barney's bag.
Do a duck fart. Go, do a duck fart out the Barney. You know those farts? They go.
Yeah, the bubble that just kind of,
Yeah.
I know, and is warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us your best duck fart. Go. He pulled it off. He can fart on
You
command.
didn't, did you?
No,
Did
no.
you just fart?
okay.
I was going to say that was a bit weedy. Yeah.
No, it was just wet. It wasn't.
All right.
It wasn't.
Give us your best duck fart.
Oh.
At least he gave it a crack. Shot, brother. E.
Put me
So
on the
now, what's
spot.
it like from your perspective, brother E, seeing us about to move into that space? I know you've probably been watching back. It's been a lot of music, podcasts and all that. But yeah, I know you're not obviously part of what we're doing, but seeing it like happen, like it's always good to get the bros' feedback on the motion you can see.
Yeah, like I knew that you were already doing sort of these sorts of things around the country and that. And Dilz, from what I know, has always tried to do a lot for the community, which is really cool. So I think this is just another step towards doing more for the community and sharing what he knows with other kids that may want to take that step, you know, because sometimes you don't have someone like a Dilz or a King Cass to help you get to where you want to go. See, like me, like I said to you guys, I've always been interested in, intrigued by music, but I didn't have anyone like that come around my school. Maybe if I did, I might have stepped into it and I could have been sitting here as probably not a hip hop artist and probably not a rapper.
You're not a rapper.
No, I'm not a rapper, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I
you
hear
know,
you, bro,
that's
I
what
hear
I mean. Like, you guys are almost opening doors for young kids that want to take that step but aren't quite sure how to do it. So I think that's really cool.
That's really cool hindsighting.
It
Yeah,
really locks
to be
into
honest.
Te Ao Mana Order, but I don't want to give away my whole program right now. My model that I created, Te Ao Mana Order, of the moving the young person around that circle, getting them from here to where they need to get. But there's a cycle and a pattern that I take them on. But, you know, you've got to come to my presentation or come and lock into that side of my world to see those models, because you can't just give that stuff away. I mean, not just like that, you know, that stuff's where I teach and stuff, you know.
I think the lessons are in the being present
Yeah.
within it. Like the program is
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say,
provide
yeah.
the teachings. You can't just say the teachings.
No way, because Te Ao Mana Order is just a piece of the awakening from dark to light, you know, and Te Ao Mana Order is about going from the dark to light, but it's also the circle of hope as well.
Yeah.
And hope being, you know, help other people exist and hold on, pain ends, you know, like all
Are
that
they called
good
I
stuff.
like how you
Anagrams?
make those.
Are they
names.
anagrams or acronyms? Acronyms, eh?
I'm not too
Acronym,
sure. I would,
acronym, because MAS,
yeah.
that's the acronym.
Yeah, so
Yeah, acronym.
what you've got acronyms, you've got anagrams, and then you've got abbreviations. What's the three differences?
Abbreviations shortened like because down to cuz.
Oh,
Yeah, that's an abbreviation, I think.
really?
Is it?
So hunter would be hunts.
I went to Upright College, don't
No.
ask me.
No,
No, because you don't say that.
no, it'll be hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a name though, ain't it?
But yeah,
So it's just a
should we get
nickname.
Trevor to check those three things out and bring them up? Something interesting? Well,
Yeah. So while
Yeah.
you're doing that, I think I'm going to go into, you know how you mentioned like you didn't have anybody to inspire you to go the music path. That kind of takes me. So my beginnings, my journey, and where I started, you know, I was in music. I was always inspired by music. My dad taught me guitar when I was like 6. I think I started learning guitar when I was 6, and I'm looking forward to bringing my guitar into the music nowadays too. But Dad taught me guitar young. I went into music as a college kid, and I was the guitarist of the band. Like I was the lead guitarist and like the songwriter, writing the lyrics and stuff. We had some good little demos, bro. I wish they could still exist. Like I remember we did a demo of like 3 songs, and there was our band name was Serene Silence. We were a metal band, bro, and I'm pretty sure we painted our face. I think when we performed, I can't remember. And I had a disc, and it was burnt to my old Xbox 360, bro. So I had an old demo from like 15 years ago of my metal band. And the next year came around, and every one of them in my band all disbanded. Like they weren't in the music class anymore. So I was like, oh fuck. I ain't got a band. I'm a one-man band. I can't just play guitar because I can't sing. So what do I do? And so that's when I went down the path of rapping. And I was like, I don't need to rely on anybody anymore. I do it myself. But then there was nobody around to teach me nothing. So I spent years, like my first mentality, bro, and you would understand what I'm talking about as an artist in this. So my mentality used to be, oh, it's fake if they take their song to the studio and put some plugins on it. I'll just release it raw. That's real, because otherwise that's fake. And I had the most stupid mindsets. And like I used to just record everything by myself on a stage microphone, bro, into a free program called Audacity.
Whoa.
Yeah, Audacity.
I remember that.
And fuck, everything sounded shit. And it was just in my mum and dad's shed, and it was just horrible music. And that was like 2012. So 13 years ago is when I was like, I'm going to become a rapper. And I did that for years. Nobody was able to show me anything because I'm in Little Foxton and no one else was doing anything like that. So I didn't have anybody to ask for help. So I had to find everything out the hard way. And so what I've always enjoyed now is being able to get in the studio with somebody and show them something that took me 1 year to learn in an hour. You know what I mean? And I've just like
that.
I've guided you. You've got my shortcut. You know, like you didn't have to spend a year learning this the hard way like I did when I was here by myself, all alone, trying to work everything out because I had no help.
Carving the way, eh?
Yeah, so I've always enjoyed that when it comes to working with other people, and yeah, it's just a little bit about my background and having to find my own way. And we do have to, as well as get inspiration from others. We have to motivate ourselves enough to pave a lane, and
100%.
the amount of knowledge that you've had to over 15 years, I've had to research, I've had to go through trial and error, I've had to just go through the trenches. That's the industry. It's horrid, bro, and that's a whole conversation in itself.
Yeah, and for me, bro, like I really relate to that. So my dad, he was I call him a rock star, bro, Mark Android, and he was in many different bands, bro. Wonderwall, Blue Beats, Retrosonic. Like he's just been traveling, doing music, doing his thing for many years. And so in the back in the day, Dad had a number 19 on the charts, and the song was called Auckland Tonight, and the song was like, I want to be in Auckland tonight, yeah. I want to be in Auckland tonight, yeah. I want to be in Auckland tonight, yeah, yeah. Like it was like fucking I could bring that shit up. No, run a
play by ear
YouTube.
it, eh?
But
ear?
where are we
I've
now?
never
We're
heard
in
of it. That'd be
Foxton, eh?
cool.
So I was like, I want to be in Foxton tonight. Sing it. I want to be in Foxton tonight.
You can
I want to
interlude
be in Foxton tonight. Yeah, yeah.
You could interlude that into your set, Jay.
Yeah, well, my dad actually said I have the rights to use the sample, and I did get a drill, a beat maker to flip it into a drill, but I wasn't happy, so I already have the plan.
idea,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah,
waiting
yeah.
for
Yeah,
it
it's
to
cool.
be something that I really like. But anyway, so Dad was right into the music, bro. I remember traveling with Dad, going to all his stuff. I'd be up in the motels in the top, and Dad would be down the bottom playing. So we'd always hear the music because I was too young to be in the bars. But back then, at 11 o'clock, you could get the cutoff. So at 11 o'clock, the kids would have to go back upstairs, and then the music would kind of carry on till like 2 and 3. And I remember this little hustle I had. I used to just go around all the adults and ask them for their change. And I remember, bro, going up the top, bro, after I'd done that and done my kick out at 11, I used to count, and Dad used to come up and be like, where'd you get all that? I'd have like $40, $50, $60. He's like, where'd you get all that? I'm like, I just ask everybody for change, and they just give me all this, Dad.
Yeah.
And I think wherever I went, I just did that. So always had that hustler mentality at a young age. Obviously took that into the wrong roads. We won't go there, into the wayward experiences. But in the music, bro, I also was really dived in the music, but I was when we used to travel, when I was around 11 and 12, and Dad used to go for all the gigs, I used to listen to this song called kōrero, Gangsta's Paradise. And that's why I performed in my set at the Christchurch Hip Hop Summit too. That's why, because people gave me shit for it. But there was actually a meaning behind that song, and kōrero's not here anymore, rest in peace, brother. A big fallen angel, you know what I mean? And that song, as I walk through the valley, the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and I realize there's nothing left. Like, the words, it's deep. So I used to really push that song. I used to wear baggy purple jeans, my Tombow shoes. I used to have like baggy white t-shirts, and I was just rapping Eminem, Wu-Tang, Bone Thugs. I was just smashing it all, but it was very in a young era. So, but when I had that psychosis, I forgot it all, bro. I don't remember that. I'm starting to pick it up and remember those eras, but I forgot all that music and I forgot that fun time. So I had to recreate that, bro. So that's how I brought the awakening out. I just got some beats together and created it. I didn't get no one. No one taught me. I paid for an album. I didn't get no coaching, no lessons. I just carried on. So until Say Less, I haven't had any coaching or anyone help me and help me in songs. I've had people produce me and take my lyrics and do all that, but I haven't had what you've been able to do with me, where you've been like, now go away and fix that. Not fix that verse, just go away and pick it apart and enjoy it and then bring it back and record it. You might like to do something more with that. Take that one away and listen to it and then come back. And then I'm like, I'm ready to record the gold now. And
we looked for the gold.
And now I'm doing that in my own songs.
100+ hours.
Now I'm doing it in my own songs without even you having to say, do this. You know?
And I've been saying as you come in, that's what I wanted. That's what I've been pushing for you to be in that space. And it's awesome. And it's great to see that.
So I just wanted to relate on that I'm exactly the same as you. Background and mute. Fucking, it was almost like we were like brothers from another fucking, I don't know, it buzzes me out. We're so in that space that it blows me away, the differences that we have. Not the differences, sorry. The similarities.
Similarities.
Yeah.
Well, it goes into that theatre show, like the theatre show.
Yeah.
In that, within it, I said, you know, I resonated with you and your journey because you're out here hustling and grinding, and I see you doing, you know, paying your own way to get somewhere and putting your own self out there to get somewhere. And, you know, I respected that hustle, that grind, because it reminded me of myself. And, you know, I paid money to perform and get around the country, and you're out of pocket, and people are sitting there asking you for XYZ, but you know that's not how the industry works. The industry is an ugly space. It's a you know, each to their own and look out for themselves kind of mentality for the most part. There's a lot of sharks in our waters, and I seen you out there working hard, and it reminded me of my journey. And so that's why there is similarities, because we got that same come from nothing, build it ourselves, didn't have the support, didn't have a foundation, didn't have a following, didn't have guidance, didn't have teachers. You know, we had to learn this the hard way through trial and error. But you started speaking on Say Less, and we've recently started plugging what that is.
Yes, yeah.
You talked a little bit about what the studio sessions were like. So I don't want to give away about the music too much.
No.
Obviously, things will come out and songs will start releasing and theatre shows will start getting performed and stuff. So
tickets, get those tickets, because that's an insight to our album before the album even touches water.
Yeah, so things are coming, and we'll talk on the theatre show soon. But in terms of Say Less, what's kind of, you know, how are the studio sessions been for you? Like, go a little bit deeper into that.
It's like I walk through a whole nother portal, bro, into another world. And you said that even yourself. And you know I'm quite powerful when it comes to when you say something, I take it literally. When you say step into my world, I step into your world. So I'd come from a whole nother world into your world, you know? And I think I found a lot of growth in myself, bro. And it's not about me, but I really did take some growth in myself, because if I wasn't able to drop the guard of criticism and being able to take those constructive criticisms, I don't think I would have been able to get what we got out of the album Say Less. You know, just being able to take things away and almost being in my head a bit around it, like, oh, why do I always have to keep changing things? And then I ended up knowing why, you know? And then also just letting the creation process of not what I always would do. It's not about just rapping into the bars and then do another take and some backups, like you were showing me about layers and left and rights. And I did know a little bit of that, but you took it to that next level. And I think for me, it was just more of like, I felt like instead of making music, I was making magic, if that makes sense.
I like that. It's a cool way to look at it. Yeah. Well, it's kind of like at golf. I remember, you know, I'd always hold the golf club a certain way, and it was apparently wrong. And one of the old timers on the course here, he seen me practicing on the practice green, and he came over and he showed me a grip to use. It was like, link your pinky in here, and you do this and you do that, and you hold this grip in here. And I had to, after so many years of playing golf, all of a sudden I had to hold this club a different way. And every time I swung, I had to have my fingers locked, which felt foreign. And I had to, you know, learn to adapt, and I didn't like it. And I definitely went through the things of like, this is making my game worse. This old fella doesn't know what he's talking about. And then as I implemented it more and I understood what he was saying and I realized what it was doing for the club and how it helped with my swing and that it was more correct than what I was doing, and I just had to listen to what he was saying, adapt and change my ways. It kind of reminds me of, you know, those studio sessions. It could have just been at one point, I told you to use a different fucking grip on your club. It took you a while to adjust to it, but eventually it started to feel normal. And then, you know, that correct form started coming out. And
Now
I
it's in my play.
think now there's some flex coming out in the music to come, bro, is
Fuck yeah.
you're holding your golf club right now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yes, bro. Yes.
I
I'm
think-
excited.
I think that's a cool way to summarize it.
Like
Say
some of
less.
my own singles that I'm about to release and then my working on my big project. But yeah, I'm excited, bro.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Brother E.
Mm.
Hi, I'm
We need to include you in some conversation. I know you're not a rapper.
So yeah,
chime
did you
in.
watch the game in the weekend? I chimed in a little bit.
Yeah.
They just, to
it
me,
was awesome.
I always thought rugby was a bit. I like league, bro, but I did used
Yeah.
to watch a lot of rugby. It was more of like a family thing that I did with my dad and
Yeah.
wake up early in the morning with my nana in the morning and all that. But not so much when I'm older. But you're a rugby man. Tell us,
Yeah.
Amp.
It was awesome. The atmosphere was awesome. Like, so we ended up on the way down. We stopped and watched the Focky boys play for a bit, and then drove down. Met up with my old man. We watched the Black Ferns. They pumped Aussie, so that was pretty cool. We had pretty good seats too, so we got to see some of the really good tries and stuff like that. And it was like, it was good because Naya gets a little bit nervous in big crowds, and she was really nervous about how many people were about to be there. So like, it was good we got there early.
Oh, so you actually went to the game in Wellington?
Yeah, at the
Okay,
stadium.
now I'm in. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, with his dad.
Yeah, I know. I just thought he might have watched it on TV or something.
No, we were there.
Solid.
Shout out
Yeah.
Ethan's
Yeah,
mum. Remember?
shout
She
out.
got him tickets.
Oh yeah, I missed that.
But yeah, it was cool because it like slowly just like we watched the Black Ferns game. We're like, sweet, we've got like an hour gap between the next game. We'll go and get a feed, whatever. We'll come back. We walked back out, bro. The stadium was just packed. Like
33,000, you said.
33,827, I think it was.
That's a lot of
Correct me
people.
if I'm wrong, but there was a lot of people. It was just like, yeah, they had like cinematics and stuff like that, and like people with their torches on their on their phones with their cameras all around the stadium. Like it was like like when you see some of those concerts and they have that
Yeah,
stuff.
so was it dark?
It was dark. They turned
Yeah.
all the lights off, and they had like a light down on the field, and they had this Māori lady. When they do the welcoming them onto the field, and it was pretty cool. It was
Yeah.
cool. It was like my first time ever seeing the haka live. Like I don't know, because I missed it when we went the first time like years ago. So I've only been to 2 games before, one with my mum and now one with my dad. And seeing that live was pretty like insane as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It was massive because I watch league, I watch rugby, but like I just think like watching the All Blacks is just something else. Like, you know, especially growing up like from I don't even know 1.5, 2 years old. I've always watched All Blacks. Like I still almost vividly remember being in my grandparents' like house that I grew up in for 15 years, and sitting there watching on the old box TV, like watching the All Blacks back then.
Andrew
It was like,
Murdens.
bro, yeah. Definitely like Justin Marshall, Tano.
Yeah.
I'm in the Tango Munga.
Tano Umaga.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
He was
number
like the
11.
OG, like Richie McCaw of that
Bro,
era.
number
eh?
11,
Yeah.
bro. John Olomu, bro.
Yeah.
Oh.
So just to me, like I said before, it was like quite a surreal moment to be at the All Black game, first of all, but with my old man, which back when I was a little boy, I would never have thought that, you know? So,
Yeah, that's so cool, bro.
So
Yeah.
go deeper into that. So you're now 28, 29, 28, 28.
29 next
Fuck.
month.
Fuck, I'm 29, eh?
Are you August as well?
August 15th.
Oh, we would think we had this conversation, eh?
yeah.
Yeah, so you're
Yeah.
28.
Joint party.
How is it now rebuilding this relationship with your dad?
Good, really good. So yeah, like when I met him, I was in like I think I was in a bit of a bad space. Not a bad space, but I was like I was a teenager and, you know, partying and stuff. So I think it was quite hectic for him to not have a child and then to go to having a child that's a teenage boy who's out partying and doing this. And I would like show up to his house with my mates and like we'd be like, Dad, can we have some friends over to get on the piss and stuff like that, you know? So I think it was pretty hectic. So we actually ended up, I think around maybe when I was like 19, 20, we actually went through a little bit of a patch where we didn't really talk too much. I don't know if it got too much or I don't know what happened. Maybe like a lot of stuff was going on. It's kind of hard for me to remember. I think maybe I blacked it out. But it wasn't until actually like around the time that me and I got together that we actually started communicating again. And now that, you know, we've got kids and another kid on the way and stuff. And it was actually when we bought our house up here, we actually finally, like we'd talked over Facebook and stuff. And I'd always kept in contact with his partner. She'd always send me Christmas messages and stuff like that.
You just wanted the Christmas presents, eh?
No,
You
I
sure?
don't get Christmas presents.
Oh, okay.
I haven't had them for years. I just don't. I don't know. I don't really care. I think I want my kids to have more than me. So, but yeah, it wasn't until that we actually finally connected again. When we moved up here, he came and seen us, and yeah, I think since then we've really built like quite a strong bond again. So, and like I said, I grew up thankfully with my granddad, grandy, and my uncle, who was both quite strong father figures for me, like just the male role models, which is why I like motocross so much and rugby and that sort of thing. So I think that was our family thing, and who knows what I would have been interested in if my dad was around. I don't know, but yeah, I think going back to it, it's awesome. To be honest with you, it's really cool, and I think like my you guys obviously have such a big family, so it's cool that my kids already have a lot of family here, but it's cool personally for me to see like the bonds that my kids are developing with my family. And like they get really excited when Granddad Lance comes up and stuff like that. So, and he always brings little like funny little treats and gifts. Like he has like the most out the box mind.
I remember
So
Christmas, didn't he get the frisbee?
yeah, he
Yeah,
got,
and then all of a sudden we spent
we're all-
ages
yeah,
playing the
hours
frisbee.
playing frisbee. So he
Hours.
brings like he just has this out the box mind, like it's crack up. Like he gets the most randomest presents. So you wouldn't have thought the kids would want that, and then they open it and they're like, oh my gosh, and it's like their favorite thing. Like one year he got this blow up dog, like it was just a blow up dog, and it was Layla's
That could
favorite
almost
toy.
be mistaken for blow up doll.
Dog,
Blow up doll.
no dog. He got this blow up dog, and it was Layla's like favorite thing for ages. And then when it went flat, she was gutted, and it was one of those ones that you blew up with like the straw and push it together, and it keeps the air in. So
Yeah.
and it had lost its thing, so it was gone, and she was gutted. So it's like just things like that. Like yeah, just love them. Shout out, Dad.
Shout out Ethan's
Shout out
dad.
to all dads.
Mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thanks
Thanks for that. I like to talk about that.
Well, like you wanted to obviously speak about the All Blacks. You got your All Blacks t-shirt on, but
I'm
I think
stoked.
there's
I've been
like
trying
you-
to. I've been
more
trying
of
to
a
get one of
reason,
these for
eh?
ages.
Yeah.
I've been trying to convince Nia, and when we were going to the game, I was like, "Babe, I've got to get one. I've got to." And she's like, "Okay, you can go get one." So I actually bought one for my dad as well and surprised him with it when we got down there. And funnily enough, he surprised us with some All Black scarves too.
Oh, nice.
So we had
So
Look,
you're
look in the
kitted-
part, eh? Look
you're
in the
kitted
part.
out.
Look in the part.
And if
yeah.
you want to get kitted out, go to makingstatement.co.nz and get yourself some Making a Statement apparel. Unlike this fella who's repping the wrong team, but we got the mess and of
OG
course
style.
everything else about our podcast and who we are is on that website as well.
But it'd be nice just for a second if we could, team, still take us back to those three things: the acronym, the abbreviation, and the anagram. Just check out on those three things that Trevor was going to bring up.
Figure out the difference
Just
between
check on those, and then we'll move on from there. I think it'll be cool. So it's always good to have a little bit of something that we learn.
So did you have those up?
So just bring up what is an abbreviation, tell us, and then go what is an acronym, and then what is the other thing I said.
Pentagram.
Acronym,
Abbreviation and acronym?
and yeah,
No.
and then the other one.
Analogy.
Was that it?
You said anagram, didn't you?
Anagram.
Oh, you said something. There were three things that we said. I just would like to, tap back to that because otherwise we might have got them lost on the cast.
His face looks confused.
What is an abbreviation?
Okay,
Yeah.
so I already had these words posted up because I was waiting.
Thanks, Trev.
Abbreviation is like a short term for a word, like for example, doctor is like DR,
Or
United
doc.
States of America is USA, and then
Oh, yeah.
acronym is abbreviation formed from the initials letters.
Yeah,
so
that's
that's
the
right,
MAS.
MAS,
So the
yeah.
acronym. So
Yeah.
CASS, create a safe space, is the acronym.
Yeah, but if USA is an abbreviation,
Yeah.
isn't it also
That should
an
also
acronym?
be an acronym.
Yeah, but
'cause
it does.
United
It said
States of
did you,
America.
when he
So-
read it, he did. When he read our acronym, it says an abbreviation of the letters that are included in the whole word. Is that right? Is that right?
Abbreviation formed from the initial letters of a.
So the initial
word.
letters. So every single letter in the
So
word
because USA
makes
doesn't
something.
have an O, because it's just USA and not USOA.
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 But that makes sense, correct? Like CAS, creator, safe space. Like so that's an acronym.
But is CAS an abbreviation
Yes.
of Casator?
No. Oh, true. So it's if it's both. Whoa, it's an acronym and an abbreviation, eh? Because it's been cut back and then it's been spun.
So what's an
Whoa.
analogy?
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted an analogy? Sorry.
Fuck,
Just
I don't
what's-
know.
what was
I
the
don't know
one that
what I
you
wanted.
No, that's right. What's the meaning of an analogy? That'd be cool. And then it's just three things. It's always good to learn something, right?
No, but he would have already searched up the 3 words, did you?
Yeah.
No, I searched up anagram.
Oh, that was it.
That was
Nah,
it. Anagram.
It was
no.
anagram.
You
Okay.
thought it was too.
Okay,
so
what
it
is an
must have been.
anagram then?
An anagram is a word, phrase, or name formed by rearranging the letters of another, such as spa, formed from rasp.
Ah, true.
Oh, that's when
yeah.
you like a word search within the letters.
Like
and you
big,
gotta flip them.
big would be gib or something. Like, is that
For,
right?
for example,
Gib.
like
Is it
For-
jib?
Ah,
Jib.
for example,
Gib.
like the name Sam
yeah.
Is mass.
There's
Is
maths.
maths.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
But mass isn't a real
or
word.
ASM, yeah, whatever.
It's an acronym.
Making a statement. The
Like
acronym,
the word
abbreviation.
stop is pots in it.
But that's
So that's
yeah.
an anagram. Whoa.
Oh,
So an abbreviation, anagram,
Mass
and
schooling.
acronym. But the acronym is what we do.
Yeah,
more.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But this-
Making a statement, MAS. Making a statement, MAS. That's the acronym.
MAS, that's the acronym.
So let's say I am on track with the song.
The abbreviation is quite similar to an acronym, though, isn't it? An abbreviation is the short-term form of saying it, and the acronym is the letters and then what they stand for.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Sort of.
So, like, for example, you know how when we write down Mr., Mrs.,
Yep.
Mm,
you know how we have MR, MRS.
Yeah.
yeah.
That is an abbreviation.
They're abbreviated because
Yeah.
they're pulled shorter.
Yeah.
But MR doesn't. But if MR was standing for something like mystical rangers,
Then that would be an acronym
That'll be an acronym.
for
okay.
the
Mystical
MR.
rangers.
But the
Why?
no, but
Why?
I don't know.
anyone out there want to join?
I don't know.
What's
low key ginger.
Bo,
Do the carpet match the drapes?
that's a question you'll have to ask yourself.
Well, I don't know. I'm asking you. Yeah,
Mine do.
mine do. You're
and-
like, I have no drapes.
Current, bro. Oh, we've got a vlog coming out, and in the vlog, I chucked the manscaping.
I
in
know,
there.
I've seen it, and you see the hair go through.
Yeah. So plugging our Rarotonga vlog that's going to come to our YouTube channel very soon as well. Got to perform over there and see my best man get married, and it was an awesome time.
But thanks, Trev, for that. Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, thank you for the research there, Mr. Cuzzy DJ TeeJay on the ones and twos.
School.
So
Back to
current
school.
affairs in the world. This is an interesting one. Australia.
What's happening?
Australia.
Oh.
A lady murders her in-laws' family
Wow.
by making them beef Wellington with poisonous mushrooms in it.
Wow.
Now, from what I've heard, I haven't looked into this. This is just from murmurs at work and conversations I've listened to people, insight into it. It sounds like she was rich as well as divorced from the in-laws. Like she was divorced from that husband. So it sounds like maybe she had too much time and money on her hands and just decided to go back, and with a vengeance on some past vendetta. I don't know the scenario. How do you get why do you need to kill? Because apparently the ex-husband was supposed to be there. He got invited for dinner as well. Why the in-laws would turn up. I guess there's probably kids involved. So the in-laws are probably visiting their grandkids or something. But I don't know. I might have the story wrong. Cuzzy DJ TeeJay might be able to fact check that. But apparently she invited her husband and the in-laws over and she fed them beef Wellington. And they've just finished the trial and she got found guilty and she's murdered them because she used poisonous mushroom.
How many casualties?
I think like 3. I think there was like 3 or 4 people So she killed like the whole, and she went to the hospital at the same time and pretended, I think, with symptoms to present with symptoms, but she had a different plate for herself that she cooked the beef Wellington and put it on so that she had the version that wasn't going to kill her. And then she like tried to dispose of all the evidence and that. So obviously she got caught and it came up in court and she got found guilty, but it's just, out the gate. What's your thoughts?
I definitely would have been dead.
You would have ate too much.
Yum.
Yeah.
I'd be dead right now.
You got
That
me at
sounds
beef.
yum. Yeah.
Yes.
Yum. Yeah, I don't know. That's odd. That sounds odd. If they're already divorced, why?
Is there money in it, you think?
Well, she had money
She
already,
had the
apparently.
money. So maybe they tried to take the money. I don't know.
Maybe that's what was happening in the divorce.
Was
She's
she
losing-
possessed? It happens. People get under those demonic spirits and do crazy things. So could
She
have been
went
something
full-
like that.
She went full Emily Rose.
So we're going everywhere with this topic. Like, what could have actually happened in that space? Yeah, she could have. Or she could have been in a real bad mental space. And
Well,
just
she
thought,
had to have if she killed them.
Yeah,
That's
like,
definitely not the
Maybe
right
she
mental
did.
space.
Do you think she knew that they were poisonous?
Do you reckon she?
Yes, that's why she's
accidentally-
been found guilty of murder
'cause her
and
plate
not
was a-
manslaughter.
Yeah,
And-
she was found guilty.
And this is like last week she got found guilty. She's been on trial for a while, but like
So she didn't plead guilty though. No.
No, she
Wow.
was found guilty. But
Wow.
the mushrooms, apparently she said that she purchased them from a shop,
Wow.
which I think, obviously they've gone back to the shop and realized they don't sell poisonous mushrooms. Why
Well,
would she?
why would you sell
she?
them?
Why would she not just say she foraged them and accidentally fucking?
So did she like inject the normal mushroom, or did she get some poison?
No, they were
mushrooms?
just
No, just
probably
straight. The
poisonous,
mushrooms themselves are the what killed them. The
the
mushrooms.
ones that you don't eat.
You don't eat those mushrooms. You did.
Can you confirm?
Yes, so police have found traces of death cap mushrooms
Don't eat
in
those.
there, and those are poisonous.
Ooh.
Those will kill you.
Yep.
As soon as you eat
Okay.
them.
Also, death cat mushrooms were in the Wellington.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not her one.
Weird.
But also the three people who passed away was, hold on, sorry, it was Don Patterson,
Oh, we don't
7
need.
years old.
We don't need their names.
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay,
A man, a woman,
no,
a
I think it
man?
was the older couple, and then there was the sister, but the husband was going to show up that day, but he declined because he felt real uncomfortable.
He
with
dodged a
his,
bullet, not being
he
laughed
Literally.
felt
at.
real uncomfortable with his
Fuck.
ex was.
Yeah,
If that
he
ain't
dodged a mushroom.
serendipity, yeah, he dodged a mushroom.
He dodged
Dodged
a
a
mushroom. Oh.
But hey, not laughing matter though. Like
I don't
that-
know why I just thought of Super
Yeah,
Mario
sorry.
then, but
Like obviously, rest in peace to those that
yeah, sorry, I'm trying
yeah,
to
that's
lost their lives in this
terrible.
be
situation.
serious, Cass.
But
Oh.
absolutely out the gate. Like who the fuck plans a murder like that?
Like that
That's
as
like
well.
some CSI shit.
It's an odd way to do it. How do you think you're going to get away with killing someone with poisonous mushrooms?
I mean, I've seen those cases where, and obviously movies where they do it gradually and they get sick and they wither away.
That's cold case, bro. Do you know they
That's
killed
evil
them?
shit.
Oh, not cold case. What's the one?
Fuck that.
It's not CSI. What's the other one?
Oh,
Forensic Files.
yeah, bro.
Forensic Files.
Deep
And it's
shit.
always the fucking like the car, like coolant and shit like that, bro. Like the coolant, I think it is, and then they like slowly drip a little bit of coolant in like people's meals and stuff, and then like over a couple of weeks they start to get sick,
Mm.
and then the hospital doesn't track it back and shit like some.
Wow.
I just
That's
think
scary.
that people that do stuff like that are just,
Cunts.
yeah.
Sick in
I
the
know there's
fucking
just some
head.
really evil people in this world, bro.
S- Sick in the head.
So I just read down more of the article. Turns out she did, because back to Cass's question, because he was questioning if she knew that it was poisonous. Yes, she definitely knew it was poisonous because she had a dehydrator. Oh, what is it? Dehydrator, I think. That's where you put food and dehydrate it. She got caught dumping that at an e-waste site.
Yeah, so disposing of the evidence.
So there you go. So she just, yeah, cat's out the bag.
That's pretty.
Was
that's
she
pretty
demonic?
fucked.
That's what you're thinking, eh?
I don't know.
I think I'm in that space.
Well, talk in that space a little bit.
What do you mean?
This guy's conspiracy theorist.
No,
with
it's
a
not a
tinfoil hat sometimes.
Nah, yeah,
That
but
stuff makes me have bad dreams, G.
Had bad
no,
dreams.
well, it just
Yeah,
can
that's why I don't
happen,
watch
eh?
horror movies.
you
Because
bad
I have very
dreams.
vivid dreams.
How do
yeah.
things like that just, just happened? Like,
Well, you've made a decision.
She's
yeah, she
You're-
still
you're
had
just-
that. Did she have free will though? Was she actually? Were they her thoughts?
It'd be interesting to see like what they had to say about the relationship beforehand. That'd be
Yeah,
or like
it sounds like
his perspective onto what was going on. Like, would he have known that it was coming or something like that?
sounds like it'd be like a revenge thing, eh? Like if I'm thinking of anything, it's probably revenge. If you could get, I don't know if revenge is the right word
That
because
lady could have also been really, really ostracized out of that relationship and not wanted and really, really pushed out. So the family didn't accept her. I'm going deep, you know, that they didn't accept her and she'd just been fucking over it and it'd been years and she just got sick of it not being accepted by this family. And she's like, I'll put this dinner on for you. Just come, guys, try. And then she's like, see ya. Like, no, I'm not being a dick, but like her plan was like, I'm going to get rid of yours. And if it takes me to do one cool thing, I don't know. I'm just going wherever you could go with this conversation. Put in the chat, Whānau, what do you think happened and what could have happened?
Interesting to look into it. I'm probably going to go look into it now.
yeah, it was just kind of all over the news and that, and it was in my mind like this lady
No, it
killed
was all good.
this lady killed these people with mushrooms. Like that's some out the gate shit.
I like mushrooms now too. So
Yeah.
now I might be.
It's weird you
not
say that,
liking
'cause
I like you
mushrooms.
saying now too because
I
like,
never used to.
Yeah, your taste buds evolve. I didn't used to like avocado. I didn't used to like mushroom. I
Neither.
didn't like tomato. I
Neither.
didn't like
Eggs.
pumpkin.
Did you like eggs?
Yeah, I like eggs. I
I
didn't
don't
like
like eggs.
pumpkin. I didn't like
Yum,
kōrero.
yum.
Like, I
Oh,
don't
when
li-
you grew up,
grew-
of
as a
course,
kid-
no kid like
little
that
kid
shit.
like
No
really,
kid
really,
likes
yeah.
that shit.
But as you grow older and you start to really just give it a bro. There's
Oh,
avocado,
bro.
tomato, cheese on cracker with some
Salads,
pepper.
G. Oh, I love salad.
Do you know that I didn't like mushrooms until your dad made me mushroom sauce?
I remember you not liking mushrooms.
I
Actually,
didn't like mushrooms.
Bro,
I
mushroom
never,
sauce is fire, bro.
Now I'll eat a whole pot of mushroom sauce.
Bro, fried onions and fried mushrooms in your chicken burger. So you know how you make a homemade chicken burger? Put fried onions and fried mushrooms with a little bit of like maybe chili powder, pepper, salt. Like just bring it up a bit and put that in your burger, bro.
what about that blue cod the other day? Eh?
Oh, that was fire.
That was
dude.
pretty
Did you
cool.
like the? Did you have the kinner?
I did.
Bro,
try
actually-
the killer?
he did everything I told him to do when it was
I
in
did.
that
I
live
wasn't
stream.
the biggest fan of it still. Like
We went
Did you
raw
try
on,
it?
yeah, bro. I went raw on the spoon and then a half a piece of toast with jam and kinner.
I did exactly the same.
Yeah,
What
we
were
went
your
all in.
thoughts on it though?
Slimy, salty, diarrhea-filled slug.
Mine was just like when I did the toast, it was like this jam hit me and it was sweet, and then I was like, "Whoa, I'm in the ocean." And then I was like back to this like crunchy, bready, back to the sweet jam, and then I was like, "Oh, I just ate a mussel," and it was just taking me all through these different things, and I was like, "Actually, that's what it did." But when I ate the raw one, it was almost like creamy. Now I'm in the ocean, like you know how when you go into like sea.
I think I liked it raw better than on the toast
Yeah.
because it confused my palate.
But we did it. Like we actually did something that I mean, like you know, everyone's. So I put it in my comments. What should I do with this? And someone said, "Do this with it." So we did it. So
Yeah. Oh, I just-
hopefully they see that live and go, "Hey, I told them to do that."
Yeah.
It's all about making someone else happy, eh?
yeah. Well, it's a controversial seafood, really.
But I
There's
was
lots of
going to say
people-
before we were talking about like salads and kumara and all that stuff. Do you guys agree with grapes and salad? I love grapes and salad, especially green ones.
I've never.
I think it depends on the salad. I don't agree with grapes and ambrosia.
Yes.
I don't agree with that.
Yum.
Nah, they didn't need
marshmallows.
to be
There's
there.
you can't have too much
Marshmallows,
sweet stuff.
chocolate chunks
chocolate,
like flake. Yeah.
Yep.
Yogurt,
Yeah.
Gummy lollies.
cream.
Gummy lollies.
If you put
Yeah.
gummy lollies
My
in
mum
it,
does gummy
yeah, that'd be
lollies.
alright.
Gummy lollies.
But I like the
Strawberries,
grapes and the
strawberries.
strawberries.
Nah,
What about
Nah, not
strawberries?
the grapes.
What about kiwi fruit?
Yep.
and ambrosia.
Yeah.
Nah, put
Nah,
it on
pavlova,
Pavlova,
pavlova all day. Yeah, I love
I'm getting
pavlova.
hungry.
I haven't had dinner yet.
Haven't
so
you?
I on the way
Neither
home.
actually.
I on the way home popped into the barbers. So
Bad,
shout out
bad,
Fox
bad,
and
bad,
Barber
bad.
and Buda. Fuck yeah.
The barber.
Shout out Foxton Barber and Beauty down here in Foxton. But he quickly laced me up and then on the way out gave me a hot sauce for us to use on the heat seat, right? And on the way out, he goes, take a shot of it in the shop right now. And I was like, okay. And I do a pour of the lid and he goes, shot the whole thing. And I shot at it, bro. His first thoughts were this is tolerable. I'm driving home and then my mouth start feeling pinpricky, my lips and that. And I get home in the door and I'm about to, I want to quickly eat my dinner before I come here because we're busy. Don't have much time and I'm already running late. And I sit down to eat my dinner and my guts dropped. And it was the chili sauce hit my stomach, bro. And I had to stop everything I was doing and just sit on the toilet. And then that's why I was late. Because
It's always something like that with the mate.
So
It's always a shit
always.
situation.
shit, it was shit.
Literally.
So blame the barber on that one, okay? He's the reason. I straight heat seated in the middle
I
of the
think
shop.
I'll blame your intrigueness. Is that a word? With hot shit because I don't want any of that. Now that you've told me that, I will be sick on the day that we do that.
Well, speaking of hot shit, there were these new tender things. You should check them out. I think we got them from Woolworths. They're in a red packet. They're like a buttermilk tender, and it's a spicy
ooh.
one.
I had them
And
the other
last
day.
night we put them in the air fryer, and then we got rolls. Like, you know how you have an American hot dog? Well, we did we put the chicken in there with mayo, tomato, lettuce, and all that, and melted the cheese on them. And bro, they were mean as, and they were quite hot, bro, because they're a medium heat. Fuck, and I like those. I had like 3 of them, but my mouth was burning on hot.
Yeah.
I can handle heat. Like, I'll do some heat seat stuff, but like, I'm just not keen on going into the stupid spaces where you eat like 1 Reaper chili, 1 Ghost. Have you seen that guy?
No.
He's on, he goes like this, I've got 1 chili. And he's like, I got 1 Ghost Reaper chili. And he
Sounds
makes
like a
all these
leprechaun.
wacky, bro, that's what he looks like a fucking leprechaun. And he does all this stuff, then he puts all this hot sauce. He does like 12 different things, and they go, no reaction. And I'm like,
Oh, maybe I
oh,
have seen that.
the
No,
no
that was just
reaction.
him saying that on the podcast last week.
Yeah,
As soon as you
see,
said that, I was
deja
like, that
vu.
reminds me of
Oh,
this
I
song.
just gave him a deja
You
vu. Yeah, but anyway, no reaction.
Um,
Have you seen those where they go no reaction? They eat all the takis, they eat all the sauce, and then they go no reaction.
Nah.
But if
as
you
soon
watch-
as the cameras go off, they'll be reacting.
Yeah, bro. Nah, as you watch as they're eating, you can see the clip. They're not swallowing. They're going. Stop the camera. Next thing, like they've got some sort of edit, bro. They're not. There's this other guy that like he has these photos that come up, and there'll be like a picture of like a pig, and then a chocolate bar, and there's all these different pictures, and he does each picture and matches it with the item that he's eating. So if it was like a teddy bear, he'll fucking have a teddy bear made out of butter, and he just eats the whole thing, and it just keeps going to the next thing. And if it's a candy cane, he'll have like a fake candy cane made out of fucking like marshmallow or something, and go, and he eats the whole thing. But I know he's not. Because he couldn't be eating the whole thing. You can't eat a. You can't.
But I know he's not.
I know he's not. I'm onto him, bro.
Yeah.
I am onto the editing.
Do
Because
you
he's.
jump in the comment section and tell him
Nah,
that he's
because
not?
that's the hater.
fake.
No, but in my head, I'm like, this is fake. But I'm like, this is still interesting to watch.
Sounds
So,
like you watch some
yeah.
interesting stuff on YouTube. My wifey
No, I'm
watches.
an Instagram's real swiper.
My wifey like sits there on YouTube. She'll watch people get their car clean. Abandoned.
I watched that. Detailing.
Abandoned houses. So people
That's
just
interesting,
She
though.
watches abandoned houses, and it gives a backstory to the place they're going through, the time capsule aspect to it. You know what year it came from, or the last things when it was used. And she watches that stuff, and then she watches mukbangs. You know, they do the fucking
mukbang.
eating really loud on the camera. She doesn't like it when I
like
eat
that.
loud, but she likes it when they do. And she watches something else. Lawn mowing, watching people's lawns get
So
mowed.
she likes Angus's clips.
I haven't seen any of Angus's clips.
He does them a lot.
Of him mowing the lawn.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
he does
any
like
of them.
time capsules of like from start to finish.
Does he
him
video
doing-
him doing it?
Yeah,
I
he
haven't seen
sets a
them.
camera up and he does it.
Do you know what's funny? Angus came and did mine. He's an amazing lawn person, guys. Hit him up, Momentum Lawns.
Momentum
Oh, yeah,
mowing.
shout
But
out
he
to
came
Momentum
over to
mowing,
mine. And
isn't
I,
it?
oi, do
Momentum
you know what's
lawn
funny? I was sitting out on the porch and we were having a yarn and that because I was home when he came to do it. And I was like, bro, I can come do some like filming of just your hands and of you doing the work. And I was going to make a clip. He's like, oh, no, I'm all right. And then I'm all right. I'm not just going to do photos. You can do a before and after photo for me and that. And I've still got to get that done for the next time. But next minute I seen him putting out videos of him comfortably bloody doing the mowing and that. And I was like, I wonder if I planted that
Maybe
seed,
you did.
Angus. But
He
now I'm
does it
like, well, now
lots.
you're doing that. Next time you're at home, I really want to get a nice close-up reel made for him, bro, and actually put a promotional reel out for him just
Yeah,
because he's a
that's
good cunt, bro, you know?
Yeah.
I want to see
Yeah.
the actual clips that he's done. So you should send those
I
to me.
will send those. Actually, can
Yeah.
I just touch on you were
They're just
saying?
like a time-lapse, eh? It's, like, it's all
Yeah.
sped up, eh?
So you would say Arohali watches all those things. Do you want to know what my wife watches?
Well, that's my sister. I'm thinking. High School Musical?
No.
Oh.
She watches true crime documentaries about people getting killed.
Oh, yeah.
She stays up late to watch true crime. And
Yeah, but she gets that from mum,
sometimes,
bro.
you know what? I can't sleep sometimes. And I'm like, what is she thinking about when I'm asleep? Like, she's going to put a pillow on my head. I better be real nice to her today because she's got all these different ways to fucking kill me.
Yeah, don't eat no dinners with mushrooms in
Yeah,
them
well,
going forward.
that's what you were talking about. I was like, I don't want to throw her under the bus or anything because I love her,
You
but
just
like,
did.
fuck. Like, I see her watching these things and I'm like, I don't want to ever piss her off.
Yeah. Check the levels of your coolant.
What do you think
Make
about
sure
those?
it's not going down.
What do you think about like those? Oh.
Dude, what?
The pimple videos.
Oh, fuck, she watches those too.
Oh,
Dr.
and they got the
Pimple,
little
bro.
middle tool and everything.
Dr. Pimple, like he's got a YouTube channel. I went away for my first like getaway with her to Coromandel.
Grimy.
We went up to Coromandel, bro, and we were sitting in the Airbnb, and there was like another couple there as well, and we had the TV, and this was when we first got together, and so I was like, okay, what are we gonna do? We're away, we don't have no kids, we're up in Coromandel. She wants to sit down at night time, watch YouTube, and watch the pimple popping, and I was like, this is dumb. This ain't how I like to spend my holiday.
Yeah, no, that's yuck.
Yeah, so hopefully, and you don't end up the next one on CSI or Forensic Files with some mushroom poisoning or some coolant stuff going on.
Well, now you will know who did it.
So,
No jokes.
but so to wrap things up,
Yeah.
we're thinking one thing to be grateful for. So we'll kick you off, Brother E.
Yep.
I think your one thing will probably be that you haven't been poisoned. But where are you at?
One thing I'm grateful for this week, as I said, I'm on a high this week because of essentially it'll be family. So I'm grateful for my family, for my true family, everyone that's around me. That includes like you, Cuzzy Trev, like everybody that's my true family, one that's around me, making me, or that's uplifting me. So yeah, family, I'm grateful for.
Me, bro.
Mr. She?
Bro, I'm honestly just really grateful for my wife, My wifey, just having someone to understand me through all the stuff that I've gone through, I could say, in the past few months. Just really appreciate her and just really, really grateful for her just allowing me to be me, allowing me to go through my highs and my lows. If you're watching this, I love you heaps, my baby. Just know that that's just part of life and a lot of part of understanding my hidden handicap, to be honest. It is ADHD and the neurodiverse diverse world. The neurodiverse world is a hidden handicap, and it's okay. I'm cool with it. And again, having a partner that understands it, and not only just understands it, but I find her studying it a bit and then coming to me and being like, oh, I get it more.
Helping you understand
Yeah,
you.
bro.
And that's communication.
That's fucking soulmate
That's
shit.
important, bro.
Love
That's
you,
communication is key shit because she's learning how to understand you so
Yeah.
she can talk to you in a way that you would understand it.
Grateful for my wifey.
That's cool. Yeah.
Gee.
I'd be grateful for connection. And I put up a status first thing this morning about it, but like yesterday, and Eve, you called me when we were there, the old lady that lived next door to us at our old house, she used to call me, I remember New Year's Day, she called me and I thought it was, Happy New Year's, but it was, hey, can you come change my light bulb? And I was like, yeah, hold off, I'm just out doing New Year's things, but yep, I'll come change your light bulb. And, she was quite a neat old lady, started getting a connection with our kids and that because she was the neighbor and had a dog. And so the kids would talk to her over the fence and stuff. And so we started getting connected with her. And it was quite neat that yesterday morning we decided to go grab her because, life's short. I've just lost my grandmother and it just, unfortunate the way it works is as you get older, that's what you're doing is you're aging and getting nearer. And so just planted that seed for us to go, okay, well, let's go and, connect and make sure she's all good and touch base. And so we picked up a coffee and took it around to her and just sat with her and caught up there for an hour just to let her talk because she doesn't have anyone to talk to because she's estranged from her family and that. So I think that was quite important. It really uplifted me and made me feel good about what I'm doing. And it gave us a moment. So I got to take, wifey around and the kids all came over and they all got a biscuit from her and, that kind of vibe. So I'd say connection is what I'd be grateful for. So to wrap up, the Making a Statement podcast, episode 2, how grateful are we for that? That's awesome.
Super grateful.
Yeah, we're moving into some new spaces in the weeks to come. We've got this music workshop program that we're putting together. That's that power of music and the arts, and just uplifting the young, and trying to inspire the next generation in the field of what we do. And then we've also got a theatre show that we've just
3.
Yeah, we over the weekend went and had an audition. We spent kind of a very rough, short amount of time putting together the set in which
masterpiece.
We've grabbed our album and told the story of it in a theatrical show
with props and stuff.
Basically narrating a story, playing characters within the story and performing the soundtrack of the story. So it's multi-dimensional, and it's it's quite interesting and unique. And it's really taking our music and our sounds and our hip hop to a space that's
never. I don't think it's been treated on yet. We could be.
We're doing something different, and
I love stepping into new waters, bro.
Yeah, and it's outside my comfort zone, so it's exciting for me because I think I'd gotten to the point where I'd done everything. It was the same shit, different day.
Nah,
things
we're
got
only just
stagnant.
tapping into this shit, bro.
Yeah, so as of recent and things like this, is that refueling me and making me feel that hunger again and
New
that
fires, new
passion. And
fire.
looking forward to just trying to get better in a new world and new space. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to be having to do rehearsals and like full-on
production manager,
we're getting production crew, we're
props,
getting lighting, a stage crew. Like
what's up?
we're actually tuning in
3
into a
shows
production,
too. 3 shows.
a production where people will be paying to come and purchase tickets to see us perform this theatrical showcase thing that we've put together recently. So,
and I think just quickly, just point in there before you wrap it up, important to say that we're not the only ones on the show, that there's other people that have auditioned and also gotten through as well. And on the night, it's a full show where there's going to be lots of different acts. So please, if you are in the Palmerston North Manawatu region and you do see these tickets come out on the 15th, 16th of August, tickets will be coming out soon. Get to these shows and come and see a theatre show. But of course, if you want to see King Cass and Dilz' album and a sneak peek into it, there's going to be 3 shows on the Friday night, Saturday morning and Saturday night. So stay tuned. It's going to be massive.
yeah, say less, bro.
Say less.
But that's us. I'll pass it off. My name is Dilz. This is the Making a Statement podcast. Thank you for tuning in. You will catch us every Monday with something new out on all platforms. Our podcast will Breaking the Stigma. Those will be dropping every Monday, and then we'll be dropping stuff all through the week. So stay tuned on all our platforms, social media, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and anywhere you get your audio podcasts. My name is Dilz. This is...
Y'all already know Mr. She have a massive laugh. That sucks, eh? I want
Mr. She. He's signing out.
Mr. She just signing out. Whānau, make sure you have a blessed as 2 weeks, and we'll see you again. And just, hit that subscribe button, chuck a comment in, and just tell all your friends about the Making a Statement podcast, because obviously we're in your news feed. So nice to see you. See you nice.
And this is...
Bye. I'm Ethan.
Gonna happen as firefighter, ain't nobody putting it down. I'm holding it down, no common grounds. I'm making a statement, is the way to claim that you're right.